What's up world, Youre here. Today we're going to give you some of the best music career advice you could ever receive. If you run into J. Cole in the street, ignore him. Alright, so a few months back, you might have heard the news that J. Cole was sighted in New York City riding on a bike. There were multiple articles about J. Cole in NYC riding through the streets with his bike, running errands, going to get a haircut, all level of sort of man of the people stuff. And we expect no less from Cole World himself. Now, one of the students I was coaching at the time actually lives in New York and saw J. Cole on his bike. So in a private coaching text group, the student says, yo, I just saw J. Cole on the bike. Oh my God, like I should have stopped him and tried to rap for him or gave him I should have had the USB on deck. I should have handed it to him, man. You see, you always gotta be prepared, dog. You always gotta be ready for that big break. And all the people in the group were like, yeah, damn, man, missed the opportunity, man. Next time, always be prepared. Like that's the main lesson right here, because you always gotta be on deck. Me on the other hand, I'm like, nah. No, absolutely not. Do not, if you see J. Cole in the street, if you run into him, especially if he's on a bike, do not try to stop him. In fact, ignore him, and let's break that down. Look, first thing you gotta understand is every decision J. Cole makes, or an artist of that level, every decision J. Cole makes is worth millions of dollars, literally. In hip hop, we have a saying that time is money, right? And usually when people say stuff like this, they just mean that don't waste my time because I could be using that same time to get a bunch of other money. Now, that's a pretty good definition of it, especially for an up and coming artist, but you gotta think, for a multi-millionaire, for a multi-million album selling artist, this is exponentially true. Every single decision, every single extra 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, hour that a J. Cole or somebody of his ilk is using to stop in the middle of the street in 42nd Street and listen to a demo or listen to a rap, every single decision that artist makes has the families, the children, the future children of everybody who's involved with the empire that is known as J. Cole, Kendrick, Drake. So if he stops for every single person who's trying to rap for him, give him their demo, got a deal, some profitable enterprises that we could get, what I'm saying, some monetary moves. If he stops for all of these people, he is literally throwing millions of dollars away, and eventually you're gonna see his career just completely fall apart. I mean, let's really play this out. If he started to make this a habit, he's going to get dropped by his label. Even with the multi-platinum with no features and all of his accolades, Grammys, the whole thing, he's gonna get dropped from his label, because I know I would. If I'm the CEO, just imagine that conversation, right? So the VP comes and the CEO says, yes, I called this meeting because I heard that we dropped J. Cole. We dropped J. Cole. I'm gonna fire everybody in this room if you don't explain why you dropped one of our #1 selling artists. The VP says, well, I understand, sir, it's very concerning, but what started happening, he was riding around New York City on the way to meetings on a bike. Why is J. Cole riding on a bike? Well, he's a man of the people, and at first we thought it was okay, I get it, he's a man of the people. I don't mind him riding a bike every once in a while. Why would you drop him? Well, you see, sir, what would happen is he would be riding the bike and then rappers would stop him in the street and give him his demo. And, the first couple times it was okay, a minute here, a minute there, but every single time there started to be a story about, oh, you can go meet J. Cole on your bike and just stop him and he'll stop for you, have a conversation, listen to your rap. Even when he got to the meetings an hour late because he was trying to help every single 2-bit rapper who tried to stop him, even when he got to the meetings, he said, whoa, hold on, guys. I got to listen to this USB. I got like 5 USBs in my pocket, and I have to listen to these people because it's not like I have millions of dollars on the line and I help feed your family in this building because of the decisions I make. No, J. Cole didn't think any of that. All he thought was, well, I've got to just listen to the music. Of course, if I'm the CEO, I'm going to be like, I understand. It's a brilliant decision. Actually, in fact, you get a raise. We should have totally dropped that idiot. So the logic there with that little skit is this. For you, you have to be able as an artist to put yourself in the other person's shoes. J. Cole is a human being, and not just any human being. He's a human being whose decisions are writing not only for his life, his family's life, but the people that are working in the labels and associated organizations. So for you, you're just thinking about you and how it would benefit you and what she could do for you. For him, you're just another rapper. You're just everybody else, right? You think you're stopping him and this is your big break. For him, you're rapper number 10,332 that's done that this year. Just to illuminate this point, I will tell you that some of the best music career advice I ever got was from none other than Jonah Hill. How Jonah Hill accidentally gave me really good music advice. All right, so I live in Los Angeles, as you know, and in LA, especially if you have any kind of followers or subscribers or any note, sometimes people of influence want to take you out to things, and that's the way you start to do business. So there was this really rich dude who invited me to an art exhibit or art charity event in Beverly Hills, California, here in LA. I get there and I heard that, you know, Leonardo DiCaprio is supposed to be there, and it's supposed to be the schmoozing. It's the LA life, right? So I get there, I don't see Leo. You know, I'm kind of standing around. Elton John, of all people, is walking by. I'm just sort of bored, you know. I'm like, okay, well, I don't really know what I'm doing here. I'm just a rapper, but, you know, let me go look at some artwork or whatever. I'm looking at some artwork, and out of the corner of my eye, I see none other than Jonah Hill. Yes, that Jonah Hill, right? I'm talking Moneyball, Superbad, motherfucker. Wolf of Wall Street, Jonah Hill, and he's just talking to some one person who didn't seem like it's an important conversation. So I'm like, all right, here's my moment. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I could come chill with Jonah Hill, just chat him up. Interestingly enough, I did have a connection, sort of an end to the conversation. Jonah Hill went to a college that my dad used to work at. So I was like, all right, let me just, you know, use that as an end. Maybe get cool with Jonah Hill. I'm bored at this art gallery, all right? So I walk over there, and I just say, excuse me, I don't mean to be rude, but I think that we may have an interesting sort of mutual connection. My father worked at Parsons, New School in New York, where I think you went to school, right? And he's like, yeah, actually, yeah, okay, yeah, Parsons, did you go to Parsons? Well, no, my dad used to work there, but, you know, I'm part of the Parsons family and all that. He's like, oh, that's cool. Hi, what's your name? My name's Jonah, you know? And at this point, he's in a good mood. I'm in a good mood. You know, the dude to the left, he don't got no connection. I'm about to be friends with Jonah Hill. This is really dope, you know what I'm saying? Superbad raised me, baby. You know, so I say, oh yeah, Jonah, I'm Drew. Great to meet you, man. Like, you know, this is pretty cool art, you know, exhibit, just making small talk. He's like, yeah, you know, he's in a good mood. And I pretty much give the death nail at this point. I say to him, yeah, you know, this is a good art exhibit. Well, yo, man, can I take a picture with you right now? Can we just do a quick photo for the gram or something like that? Let me tell you that the face that Jonah Hill gave me was as if I said, listen, I have a bomb underneath my jacket, and don't try to look scared, just try to hold your composure, but if we don't do something about it, this whole place is gonna blow up, right? He had the face, all the blood rushed out of his face, and he was just like, no, man, no, we can't take a picture, I actually have to go. Needless to say, scurried away, never to be seen again. I am not friends with Jonah Hill. We won't be shooting Superbad 2 with the token black guy, How to Rap Drew. It was weird. It was awkward because, again, to me, this is my opportunity to meet Jonah Hill. To him, I am just another person. I'm everybody, right? I'm just number 3032 from the last 6 months trying to get something out of Jonah Hill. Same goes for you if you're trying to leech off of a J. Cole. Same goes for you if you're trying to leech off anybody. Stop looking for your big break. The main takeaway from this video is you're not above the process, right? And the process can be defined for the purposes of this video into 2 sections. First, you're not above the process of slow, gradual work, grinding in order to get to a place where your idols, the people you look up to, want to reach out and stop you at an event and stop you when you're doing other things and going towards the millions. You're not above that. And so when I say ignore J. Cole, it's because I want you to be training yourself to value the slow grind and the slow promotional nature, especially of social media, rather than valuing trying to cut corners and stop people. Like, again, this is a human being, bro. You wouldn't want to be stopped when you're on your bike going to get a haircut. Treat homeboy the same way. And if you start to think of your idols or celebrities as equal to you, aka how would you treat other people, golden rule and all that, you'll start to get to the point where you realize, I don't need to chat with him right now. I'm on my grind. I'm doing social media. I'm really working hard, and there's no purpose for me to disturb him. There'll be a point in which we will meet if I do what I need to do. Second half of the process is starting to understand how successful people's usage of time works, all right? So a successful person, every decision they make, as we talked about, has implications for many, many families, many people's lives. And so when you're looking at your rapper or looking for that quick, let me rap or let me spam somebody and things like that, you're not thinking the way successful people do. Successful people understand that other successful people's time is valuable, that they're probably likely not going to be able to just stop on a whim. And when you start operating and thinking and behaving like a successful person and their process, that is when you're going to get closer to being one yourself, all right? So that's the rant for today, all right? Just really put yourself in other people's shoes. Stop trying to cut corners. Stop trying to be, overnight I just ran into this rapper and then all of a sudden I'm gonna turn into whatever. Really respect the process. Think about other people. Think about how successful people's time and money is used, and you'll do well. So that's today's video. In the comments, I want to let you know, what are some stories that you have about interacting with celebrities, whether you followed this advice or not? You can tell a story like me messing up with J. Cole, or maybe you had a better finesse and you were able to use this, but I want to see some cool stories about running into famous people. Those are always fun to hear. I will see you in the comments. Thanks again for watching. It's the Big Homie Drew. I'm out.